If anyone tells you that the My Hero ending was bad, they either have horrible reading comprehension,
or they low-key might be kind of right, because I can't lie. There's some valid points that it's kind of bad, I can't lie.
Me personally though, that shit was good. I know what you guys might be wondering, damn Kairu, where'd you go? It's been like a year or some shit. Let's not talk about that. Let's just enjoy the video. My Hero is deadass one of my favorite animes of all time, and obviously it has just come to its unfortunate conclusion in the anime. Now, me personally, I've always been anime only. Like, My Hero is that one anime that I refuse to read the manga on. Like, I know y'all have that favorite anime where it's like that shit is so peak that you just want to just be surprised every week, and you're just ducking and dodging manga spoilers. Because trust me, to the motherfuckers that spoiled Bakugo dying for me in the manga, bro. Like, I remember that TikTok account. It was I'm Kenneth. That guy?
Fuck you. Genuinely. You spoiled the shit for me.
But I'm not holding that grudge no more. But I do remember it though. But yeah, I was always anime only with My Hero. So when I finally I heard the rumors that like, oh, this ending is so bad. Deku's working at McDonald's.
Plus Ultra Day.
Why is he dropping fries and flipping burgers and shit?
And then it finally got anime and I seen that and I'm like, okay, so that shit wasn't real. And also the anime, the ending was fucking great. Like, I don't understand what people were complaining about. Literally, my only complaints about it was literally one, Ochaku and Deku didn't get as much of a like love story ending that I wanted to. Like, I wanted Deku to grab her by her hips, look her, like literally grab her by her hips, look her dead in the eyes and be like, Ochaku, I love you. And just give her a fat ass kiss. Oh, well, okay. That low key looked kind of crazy, but like, I'm not saying that like I wanted them to just get on there and, you know, remake a hentai. But I'm just saying, like, bro, Deku, like, I know he's the MC, but like, I see a lot of myself in Deku. So he's always been my favorite character throughout the entire season. Like, I was there helping him out and having his back when people were complaining about, oh, Deku cries so much, this, that, and the third. My nigga, how about you look into the character development in his character and understand why he's crying so much? That's besides the point though. My whole thing is that like, I wish they would have gotten just a little bit more of just like some love type of ending. But what they have, you know, they talked a little bit, it was cool. That was literally my only complaint. I wish there was a little bit more with that. My second complaint, which isn't really a complaint, but like, I understand why Deku had to lose One For All, right? The way that Horikoshi wrote this, the only way to, you know, to defeat him was for him to like just fucking inject One For All into him, the vestiges go on and fight it all out, and then he does one more final blow with his fucking shit, and then boom, All For One's dead. But obviously that resulted in him losing his powers, and like, he can still do hero work, and like, you know, we saw at the end that he was given his like All Might Iron Man Deku type of suit, so like, we've seen that. So like, technically he can still do hero work if he wants to, but like, I'm pretty sure that bro is happy just being a teacher and just, you know, teaching the next generation. And like, I mean, at first he was really jacking it, but like, it seems like, you know, he's pretty cool with it. And like, I know at the beginning, because like, I'm doing a rewatch of My Hero right now. At the beginning of the story, he said that this is how I became the #1 hero. And I mean, technically he's not wrong. Like, with help, he defeated all, and we'll get there soon, but with help, he defeated All For One. And I mean, he was holding that shit down throughout the entirety of the last couple seasons anyway. Although I wish he kind of still had One For All and we really got to see him be a hero. There really wasn't any villains left for him to fight. So like once you get rid of All For One, like, you just got some mediocre ass villains left. And I mean, like, yeah, he could have rounded up the worst villains, but I mean, like, shit, like, he already did most of the work. So I mean, like, shit, nigga, retire. You fuck, like, you know, you did what you were supposed to do. Like, that's just what it is. And quite literally, that's my only 2 complaints about it. Like I genuinely don't have any other complaints about the ending whatsoever. And like, the animation was great, the fights were immaculate, the backstories hit hard. Bro, the animation was genuinely crazy. And like, I feel like every single character all got to, like, we literally seen at the end, we got to type in with what everybody was doing. Now, do I wish it was just a tad bit more fleshed out and not just like a, hey, Bakugo, you know, he's still being Bakugo, calling niggas bitches and telling niggas to fuck themselves and all that shit. And Todoroki's like 6'4" now and shit like that. So I mean, like they're all doing good. I just wish that it was just a tad bit more fleshed out. But literally, that's not even a complaint. That's just something I would have liked to see. I still liked, you know, seeing where everybody was at, and that shit was cool. And honestly, this shit had me so perplexed on why people thought that this ending was so bad that I took it to YouTube and TikTok, on my TikTok and YouTube, by the way. If you're not subscribed, you're not following the TikTok, make sure you go do that shit. But I asked them, I was like, yo, why do y'all hate this shit so much? As a matter of fact, what did you say, Kyle?
Cool. So we're all class 1A wins. It made perfect sense why Deku didn't have one for all anymore. I mean, we literally saw him give it up to save everybody. Not to mention, he has his like...
Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. So I asked them. Let's just read some of these comments that people were saying. I just wish Deku got more credit. The rest is fine. And I mean, like, yeah, but the thing is, because I see a lot of this too, it's like the way that the story was going, that Deku needed the people around him to like not only reel him back in and not have him do everything by himself, but like the power of One For All was the culmination of like everyone's quirks and all the people who have been working to stop All For One. So like you can argue that like this idea of like the power of friendship and all that shit was kind of set up from the beginning once we realized that like the quirk has been passed down through all these different people, and like it's through everyone accumulating One For All and the powers with it that like, you know, he was able to do his shit. And then like, I mean, we seen that like it wasn't really, that nigga has some, like All For One has some crazy quirks that like a lot of the people who he was fighting with him like were literally perfectly matched up to negate some of his quirks. Like respectfully, One For All has a lot of crazy quirks and crazy abilities, but like there was just some shit with that though that he was gonna need help for, so I don't think it was that crazy. Another one. The only part is I hate that he lost the quirk. Kinda wish that at the final ending he awakened his own quirk. If that would have happened, that genuinely would have diminished literally all of everything Deku has ever done. Not only do you normally awaken your quirks when you're like young, that's been said, and it gets to a certain point where if you haven't awoken a quirk, you're not gonna awaken one at all, unless you've got All For One that just sticks one in your butt and you have one. So if that would have happened, it just would have been like, why? Like there's really no point for him to awaken a quirk. I feel like it would just diminish everything and just would have been just like, it would have left us with a like, why awaken his own quirk now? Like it just really makes, I don't know, to me it really doesn't make any sense. Like you can argue that like, yeah, he did all this work and he finally gets his own quirk, but like I feel like if I would rather him just not have a quirk at all rather than just awaken some random quirk. Like it's just, I don't know, it's just weird to me. The reason people hated it was because there was so much. Everyone can be a hero. You don't need to be superhuman, but Deku, the one we see, gave up being a hero after he lost One For All. I mean, well, okay, I didn't see this part. Apparently, he's the number 4 hero after the manga. This might have been some no, wait, no, this wouldn't be vigilante shit. I low-key don't know where this information is coming from. I haven't. If this is true, being a number 4 hero without a quirk is fucking insane. And somebody said it best. Being number 4. No quirk, and he's raising new heroes. Deku was never in this for the glory. He wanted to save people even without a quirk, and he did that multiple times where he saved Bakugo. He just fucking threw himself at people. Like, yeah, like that shit. Yeah, Deku, he was never in this for the money or the glory. This, like, he wanted to be the number 1 hero, don't get me wrong, but like at the end of the day, numbers don't matter to him. He just wanted to save niggas. So I don't really like, bro, like what are we talking about? Somebody said Mike Donald's. Okay, bro. They hate it because Deku and Bakugo didn't end up together. Absolute degenerates, and actually, you know what I think? That's the main reason I don't even think that many people cared that he lost his powers and got the suit. Lots of people definitely dislike that he lost his powers, but honestly, I'm pretty sure most people just don't like that the ships they wanted didn't happen. And honestly, that's facts. I'm sorry. That's facts. And I'm sorry, but this is one of the problems. Like, I feel like in the My Hero community in general, like shipping is just an integral big piece of this community for literally no reason. Like some people actually brainwash themselves into thinking that Deku and Bakugo were gonna end up together. Like what the hell are we actually talking about? Now I'm not being homophobic. I don't care what you are. But like, do you really think that this was gonna happen though? Like all these ships that you wanted to happen. Like we literally seen that him and Ochaku was like, that shit was gonna be endgame, and it wasn't to a certain extent, but like, yeah, that's I wouldn't call them degenerates, but definitely not the most intelligent. Have fun with it, just don't be weird about it, you know? In my opinion, they just pulled in Avengers. I mean, shit, I'm not gonna lie, when they was all walking in with Kirogiri's quirk, that shit was low-key kind of tough. I can't lie, that shit was low-key tough. I know for a fact too he got that shit from Endgame too. That shit was crazy though. Seeing a person cry about Deku not dating Bakugo, that is insane. Okay, the ending was changed after so much hate towards the author. Deku was supposed to stay as a teacher, and the part between him and Ochaki wasn't there either. After the change with the suit and the confirmation the love between the two was still there, the ending got much better. What the fuck? So well, I mean, I wouldn't really have shit. Damn, that makes me wonder now. Would I have been mad? I feel like I wouldn't have, because like at the end of the day, if he wanted to be a teacher after losing One For All, like, I mean, respectfully, there's not too much you can do as a hero without having a quirk if you're not just a physical specimen, which Deku was. But like, there's only so much you can do, bro. But I mean, I wouldn't have been mad at it. If that's what he wanted to do, that's what he wanted to do, bro. I feel like that's definitely a good chance at the ending, though. That's not a bad thing. I fuck with it. If the original ending was what it was, I feel like that was still good. But definitely adding the Iron Man suit and then the Ochaku love shit made that shit 100% better. Oh yeah, I did read this comment. I never hated the show. I still don't, but I do have two things that I absolutely hated. I don't see why Deku needs to lose his powers, and the we did it bullshit. I hated it in the Flash when the Flash did it with his wife, and I hated when. Okay, look, I respectfully, bro, play the clip, look, play the clip, bro.
Gosh. See, that's what you don't get. When I put this ring on my finger, it wasn't just about you or me anymore. It was about us. You are not the Flash, Barry. We are.
We're not the fucking Flash, my nigga. No, that's me. I'm the Flash. I absolutely hated that shit in the Flash. Don't get me wrong, I hated that shit in the Flash. But I definitely feel like comparing what they did in the end to the Flash is crazy. I don't think it was that bad of a that bad, but it definitely was like, I don't know, it definitely was like I don't agree. I don't agree at all with this part. Like, I'm trying to like play devil's advocate, but like I really don't care for the we did it or the power of friendship type of thing. Because like at the end of the day, they really did do it. They helped him out in so many ways. And it was, again, starting to be written that like Deku couldn't do this on his own and he needed people around him in order to uplift him. Because guess what? The nigga went crazy at one point. So like, you know, it was kind of set in stone from there type shit. But if I'm being honest, I genuinely had no problems with the story. Like, this shit will remain my favorite anime. And to me, it's a 10 out of 10 adaptation and a 10 out of 10 story. And nothing anyone says or makes me think is gonna change my mind otherwise. Like, this shit, it was a great fucking show. And I feel like a big part of why people don't like this ending too, because I just feel like the message is just, it might have started as one thing, but if you paid attention over time, it was like you could see that like stuff was shifting in a different way. So like, I don't know, I just feel like people didn't like the shift, and like that's understandable. And if you wanted to see Deku be the #1 hero as well, I can't really blame you for that. So yeah, that's that shit was great. I don't got nothing else to say. It was a great fucking show, great adaptation, and I don't know why y'all hate on that shit so much. So, you know, stop hating on this shit. It's good. Just leave it at that. Leave it at that. Hope you enjoyed the video. For those of you returning, I hope you like seeing my face again. We will be here a lot more, not just One Piece, but you know, more animes, more shit that I like, just yapping and shit. So yeah, hope you enjoyed, and I will actually see you on the next one. So.